What's up, Crimson Tide family? What's happening? What's going on? It's yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, right here in my own words from the home location here in Tuscaloosa. I know I'm a little bit later than usual that we're coming on here tonight, but still going to give you hottest show on the streets here when you talk Alabama football. So go ahead right now, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. Share the show to everybody that you know on all major platforms. We're talking Bama football. We're talking National Signing Day. Did Alabama fulfill all of its needs on signing day? We're looking at five-star quarterback Julian Sand out of California, of whom he's already impressing coaches, players in the bowl prep for Michigan. And then also a little bit of an update there on one Ryan Williams. I know the 5-star Alabama wide receiver commit did not sign today in the early signing period, expected to sign in February. And a lot of Bama fans out there asking the question, what does this mean that he did not sign today? Does this give Auburn a chance to flip him? What's going on with Ryan Williams? Why did he not sign today? We're definitely going to get into all of that here with you on the show. But the daily super chat go $100. Daily super chat go $100 right there. Appreciate the love from all of you, even though coming in here late edition of In My Own Words. But right now, I'm going to get to some of your chats here early in the show to start off in the comment section right here. Going to get to some of these. So we begin with Roll Tide and Rise Up. He comes in Roll Tide. Let's go. Appreciate you right here, Roll Tide and Rise Up. I know, late edition of the show, but appreciate you being in here, getting us started, getting us kicked off here with your comment. We're taking all comments, or as many as we can get to this evening. We got B Jammin' writing in Roll Tide Roll. Appreciate that from you, B Jammin', helping us out here. We got Patricia Purdue with a Roll Tide. Appreciate you, Patricia, coming in, helping us out with your energy, your passion right there. Roll Tide and Rise Up, showing that RTR to B Jammin'. Keith Holcomb comes in with Roll Tide, y'all. Appreciate that from Keith Holcomb. Everybody coming in here. I know Roll Tide and Rise Up. It's late tonight, but had to get in here with you guys, talking National Signing Day. I've been running, dealing with signing day, press conference with Coach Saban, whole lot of stuff. So many young, talented athletes coming in for this 2024 class. You got to also keep your eyes out on the transfer portal as Saban digging into that thing as well. So a lot of things that my hands are in the pot for, but absolutely. Roll Tide and Rise Up. Steven, no, we have work in the I know y'all got work in the morning. I'm not going to try to keep you long either. I'm going to try to get you in. I'm going to try to get you out like the good nowadays Baptist preacher. Not the old school Baptist preacher that'll hold you for 4 hours and your collard greens and cornbread burning up on the stove. But the new time Baptist preacher that'll get you in, hit the points, get you out of there. Gotta show some love to Kenny Heathcock already in here. Kenny Heathcock with that $5 donation. Showing love, helping us out here on the show. Appreciate that from Kenny Heathcock. We also got Aaron McGuire in here with that Roll Tide Roll. Aaron McGuire, appreciate you. We got Charles Everidge in here with a $5 donation. Appreciate that from Charles Everidge. He writes in Roll Tide, Stephen. What a signing class we have. Absolutely that in terms of Alabama. Jay Clark writes in, what's the word on Evan Stewart? Evan Stewart, Jay, is in the portal, the former five-star wide receiver, Texas A&M. He is in the portal. Remember, in that 2022 recruiting cycle, Evan Stewart was high on Alabama for the NIL money. Came in there from A&M. We will see if Coach Saban goes at him. Alabama does return Kobe Prentice, Isaiah Bond, Kendrick Law from for next season in terms of wide receiver. It has signed the likes of Rico Scott and Amari Jefferson. Also, it flipped it also flipped a young man that was headed to Texas to Alabama, a young man that's an athlete right there. Aaron Hampton, there you go, flipped him to the Crimson Tide as well. So Alabama's got some receivers coming back, some receivers it has signed in this class as it waits for Ryan Williams to deliver his letter of intent in February. But when you got a guy as talented as Evan Stewart in the portal, you don't just bypass that. That is somebody with SEC experience, marquee experience in this conference, playing football at that particular position. And we do have a Jalen Milroe coming back at quarterback. You got a guy like Julian Sand in here as a 5-star, quarterback commit. You also got guys like Dylan Larnigan coming back, Eli Holstein still on the roster, Ty Simpson still on the roster. So when you got a talent like an Evan Stewart out there in the portal, you definitely want to look his direction. But we will see how Coach Saban goes about playing it. We got Jason Dama writing in with the RTR. Appreciate that coming from you, Jason. We got BJ Cleveland with the Roll Tide. Appreciate that coming from you, BJ. We got Ask Bama Girl 26. Great coverage during National Signing Day. Appreciate that, Bama Girl. Justin Smith, our director of scouting and recruiting, worked his tail off. He's been doing it all year, and it showed up there in the National Signing Day coverage. We'll appreciate him. Justin Smith having this out there. Ask Bama Girl 26. Appreciate you as well. Latoya Billingsley with the Roll Tide. Thank you, Latoya. Ask Bama Girl 26 coming in with that $40 donation. Throwing the love in here on the show, even on a late night here. She writes in reloading and restoring order in the SEC. Roll Tide. So appreciate that from Ask Bama Girl 26. B. Bean writes in, will Stephen M. Smith become an official announcer of Alabama games in the future? Now, B. Bean, I'm going to have to take that up with Eli Gold. Now, with all love and respect to the Eli Gold, I know him coming back from, beating cancer there. If he is open to me taking over that spot in the future, he just needs to let me know. Just call me up on the phone. Let me know if he wants me to take over their Crimson Tide Sports Network out of their field. I will gladly do it. I will gladly do it. But that comes off of Eli Gold right there. We got Jamie Reed writing in. Do we need to worry about Ryan Williams? Jamie, no. I don't see a need to worry there. Absolutely not. I'm just saying this because of the fact that, some people felt like he didn't sign today. Though Alabama got Rico Scott today, big-time playmaker. It got Amari Jefferson today, big-time playmaker. It got guys in this class that it needed to get in this class. So even flipping Aaron Hampton from Texas. So we got playmakers. It's just, I guess some of them want to see Williams signed today. And then you even got Caleb Odom, 4-star tight end, athletic, who signed today. So I think it's fine for Ryan to sign on in February just due to, his recruitment sped up because he reclassified to the 2024 class and he wants to take a few more visits. These kids got to enjoy that recruitment. Got to show some love to, oh my goodness, my boy Anthony Lang one time with that $100 donation. Even though we started late, we still hit that goal. So for you, the Alabama fan, this speaks to you. Even in a late start, it's you guys. You guys supporting the show, supporting the channel, showing love, showing that appreciation. Love all of you. Love all of you. Here comes Dale B with the $10 donation. He writes in Roll Tide. Appreciate that from Dale B. Absolutely. Now we got Sweet Home Bama 24. Roll Tide. Enjoy today's National Signing Day. Sweet Home Bama 24. I did too. I thought Bama handled business. I thought the Crimson Tide picked up what it needed. It hit on serious needs in this class. So I'm happy with this. L.A. Miles writes in, Ryan Williams, seeing the competition coming in, he had to think about it. He's still going to come. He's still going to come. Yes, he saw the competition. Yes, he sees it. But this is a highly talented athlete. This is a true generational talent. So I still feel like he will sign in February. He will come in February. And then, of course, he will enroll on campus in the summer. So there's nothing really to fear when you talk Ryan Williams. It's just for some people, when you look at, oh, he didn't sign early, oh, he didn't come in on this day, that being Wednesday, December 20th, there's a reason to panic. There's no reason to panic. He just wants to enjoy his recruitment. That's all he wants to do at this point because he's reclassifying. Kenny Heathcock writes in, do we need to worry about a mass exodus like Georgia had? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the guys that do transfer, Kenny, are the guys that see the writing on the wall, right? They see where they are in relation to the depth chart, and they understand I may not get a shot here. Now, the guys that know I'm going to get a shot here, those guys are not going to go anywhere. It's just those guys, I look at the depth chart, and they see where they are in relation to that, and they're like, I'm not going to have a shot here. Those are the guys that will end up leaving. Dale B says, Merry Christmas, everyone, in terms of National Signing Day. Appreciate that, Dale B. Monica Petaway comes in with, what's up, Bama Nation? Roll Tide. Monica, I know you're thinking, in my own words, this is late start, but hey, we're here. We're breaking it down. That is what we're doing. Ask Bama Girl 26 writes in, to me, thank you and the TDA staff for a phenomenal 2023 football season. Hands down, the best in the business. Ask Bama Girl 26. Thank you. Thank you. That's why we do this. We do this for you, the Alabama football fans. We do this for you here. Deshaun Lofton writes in, Ryan is signed on his birthday, guys. That's why he didn't sign today. He'll be at Bama. So Ryan Williams is going to sign on his birthday, according to Deshaun Lofton. That's some key information right there. We got Sweet Home Bama 24. I think Ty Simpson and Eli Holstein headed for the portal. Eli Holstein, I can see heading for the portal. I can see that. Ty Simpson has a decision to make. But with Ty, I really like what he showed from the passing game aspect when he was able to get out there on the field. For Ty, I would probably think wait until after spring ball. That's what I would say, because I don't think Ty just dips out. I remember in Ty's recruitment in the 2022 class, young man from Westview High School in Tennessee, he mentioned, hey, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to wait my time. I'm not going to rush anything. But once again, that was Ty in high school. So the mindset could be different now versus then, but we will have to wait and see there when it comes to Ty Simpson. Deshaun Lofton says Ty will stay, Eli will go, but Dylan might go too. I don't see Dylan Larnigan going, no, I think the team really likes Larnigan. I think the team really likes Larnigan. I don't think Larnigan goes anywhere. I don't think he goes anywhere. Eli Holstein, I can see that. Ty, you could, but we would just have to see there. We look at here from Kyle Berry writing in, will we see Jeremiah Alexander get playing time next year? He's been cross-training Kyle between inside linebacker and outside linebacker, so Jeremiah has been cross-training a bit. I can see him definitely getting playing time, though, next year. We will see at what spot, but he has been cross-training here quite a bit. Bama Hammer writes in, Freeze wants Ty Simpson to go along with the top receivers he just got, that being where Auburn is concerned. We'll see. We'll see, but I would wait until after spring ball or even before spring ball to see what a lot of these guys are going to do. Monica Petaway writing in, I was hoping we could get Edric Houston, but it is what it is. Very flipness to both Hampton and Riley. I know people were trying to get Edric Houston to come to Alabama. It was a push at the end. Bama made a real push at the end. The five-star held to his Ohio State commitment. However, Bama still got some guys on the defensive line to come, including a young man from Canada who chose the Crimson Tide. And then you still got Isaiah Faga. You still got Jeremiah Beeman. So you got some guys on the defensive line. You did. Now, of course, Edric Houston would have helped. It would have really propelled the class up. But you still got some guys on the defensive line. And then Not to mention, when you look at the transfer portal, you did pick up LT Overton, of whom, yes, he's listed as an outside linebacker slash edge guy. However, I think Alabama's going to put some weight on him, get him up to about 280, 285, and have him play there on the defensive line. But appreciate all of you guys getting us started here so far on the show. The first topic we're going to actually dive into is literally Alabama did it handle business here in this National Signing Day? Did it pick up some quality needs here? And I think it did. First and foremost, at the quarterback position, you got your superstar quarterback in Julian Sand. You got him. I mean, after you signed 2 quarterbacks in the previous class, Dylan Larnigan, Eli Holstein, you held on to Julian Sand's commitment from start to finish. That was impressive. Other schools were coming at Julian, wanted Julian, and I think for some people that wonder, why in the world did Nick Saban bring in Tommy Rees from Notre Dame? Here's the reason why. Julian Sand has a previous relationship with Tommy Rees during Rees's time at Notre Dame. He was trying to recruit Sand there. He comes to Alabama, so Tommy Rees is able to pick back up that relationship with Sand. They stay close. They stay tight-knit. They stay connected. This was big. The young man from Carlsbad High School in California, 6'1", 195 pounds, really took off in his final year of high school. The guy, great anticipation, throwing the football, can extend the plays, keeps his eyes downfield. Want to see what he does more as a runner when the play is not there, being able to pull the ball down and run with it more. But his ability to create in the passing game is something special. A lot of people already kind of making those Bryce Young type of comparisons. I'm not going to do that, but a lot of people try to make those whole, Bryce Young comparisons when they look at Julian Sand, but very excited to have him in the program. So if you're Alabama, you got your quarterback. And Alabama got a huge running back in Kevin Riley, part of the flipness there from Miami. I didn't think that was going to happen. Huge playmaker, Tuscaloosa County High School. This dude's got Kenyon Drake type speed. He can flat fly. He can flat go. And we have seen in the past, Alabama's been able to get quality running backs from in-state, primarily around the Tuscaloosa area. You go back to 2014, where it picked up Bo Scarborough from Northridge High School. You go back 2017, where it picked up Brian Robinson Jr., Hillcrest High School. So it continues that with Kevin Riley, flipping him from Miami, Tuscaloosa County. Big speed, power, burst, explosiveness. This guy flies in and out of the hole, can get top speed quickly. The thing with him is going to be how quickly does he see the field, because he's going to be behind Jam Miller, Justice Haynes, Richard Young. How quickly can Riley make an impact, and where will his impact be initially made first? Will it be made on special teams? Will it be made kind of as a gadget player running back? Like, what will his impact be made first off? Will he be used, getting jet sweeps out of the backfield, pop passes out of the backfield? So will Alabama use him in motion a lot, once he gets playing time? So it's going to be interesting to see where you have Kevin Riley here as an offensive playmaker at the running back position. You were able to get some marquee offensive linemen in this class. When you look at big 4-star Will Sanders and then 3-star Joseph Ionata, hard-working dudes. Guys that will get after it, guys that will be physical maulers in the run game. They're true guards. They're mashers, they're maulers, they'll put your butt in the dirt and plow through you. Pancake blockers, man gap blocking, zone gap, pull around, counter block. They do it all. Both Ionata and Will Sanders. Now, Sanders is a bit more physical right now than Ionata, but both guys possess, a level, a brand of physicality in the run game. They both have talked about, we got to work on our pass pro. We got to work on our pass blocking. get better at that aspect of the game when you're working with the likes of Tyler Booker, Caden Proctor, of course, offensive line coach Eric Wolford. They will get that developed. They will get that fine-tuned. They will get that improved. But big get there getting both Will Sanders and Joseph Ayanada. In the defensive secondary, when you can pick up names like Jameer Grimsley, when you can pick up names like Rodarius Morgan, when you can pick up guys like Zabian Brown, when you can pick up teach tape, long, rangy, athletic corners, and you get guys like Peyton Woodyard in the secondary. You get Dre Kirkpatrick Jr. T-Rob is stockpiling the secondary. T-Rob is stockpiling it. Jalen Mbakwe as well. T-Rob is stockpiling this defensive backfield. Now, the good thing is a lot of these guys can take their time and wait. They can take their time, develop, and be patient because of the fact that you already have a stockpiled DB room. You look at Trey Amos possibly coming back. You got Dez Ricks. You got Jaleel Hurley. You got Jake Pope. You got Tony Mitchell. You got dudes on Earl Little. You got dudes on dudes in the secondary. So, and you got Antonio Spooty Kite. You got dudes. So these guys in this 2024 class, they don't have to immediately pop. Now, if you get one or two to pop immediately, hey, that's what's up. But they don't have to immediately pop just due to how Coach Saban and T-Rob, they have stockpiled this defensive back room with tons of talent. So these guys can take their time. These guys can be patient. These guys can be developed. And that's what you want is guys being able to develop there in that defensive back room, especially where the secondary play is concerned. Another offensive lineman, I forgot this guy, Casey Poe, is in here as a four-star. Another physical, grind it, put you in the dirt offensive lineman. Really like what he brings there to the table. Just, I think this class, you hit a lot of needs. You hit a lot of needs in this class. At tight end, Caleb Odom is in here. Very athletic, strong route runners, got really good hands. Got to work on a bit more of the blocking, but he's already got some blocking tools in him. And then you got Jay Lindsey, who is the blocker, who is the physical specimen, putting his hands on guys from that aspect. But just the route running is where he's going to have to get better at where that tight end room is concerned. But if you are Joe Cox, tight end coach, you are happy with Jay Lindsey. You are happy with Caleb Odom and what you were able to pick up there with both of those two young men. So like I mentioned, I feel like Alabama hit on needs. It hit on needs. It's got several guys in this class. Going back to wide receiver, you got Rico Scott, who's a gamer, who's a baller. You got Amari Jefferson, who's a gamer, who's a baller. You got, Aaron Hampton, who flipped from Texas to Alabama. I think he's going to play receiver as well. That kid's a gamer. That kid's a baller. You picked up needs. You picked up marquee needs here if you are Alabama football. And then on top of that, you're even able to get, guys like Jeremiah Beeman, who's going to be a leader where that defensive line is concerned, and then picking up Isaiah Fogg as somebody that can move in the middle, whether he's as a defensive tackle or as a defensive end. So I think Alabama hit needs in this class. It's still waiting on a couple of more guys to sign here in the days to come, but I'm okay with this. I'm okay with what this team picked up. I'm okay with what Coach Saban signed. Very pleased here with this group across the board. But we're going to go to some more of your comments here in the chat line and line us up right now. Who did you think? Who are you the most pleased with? Who are you the most excited with? Who are you the most happy by that Alabama got in this class? As we jump back into the comment section, we got Demetrius D. Maynard Sr. with a yo-yo, Roll Tide Steven. Appreciate you, Demetrius D. Maynard Sr. Hopping in here. We got Deshaun Lofton writing in. Peyton Woodyard is a dog. You can tell he watches film and has instincts playing football. I like Peyton Woodyard. He is a dog. He's a coverage safety. He's a box safety. He's an instinctive safety. Love seeing how this young man plays. Excited to see him once he takes the field there. Sweet Home Bama 24 writes in, Steven, does Bama go after Evan Stewart? I would keep an eye on that. I think it might. I think Saban might do it. I mentioned this. When you have a guy that has experience in the SEC, that has experience playing college football in this conference, and they're in the portal, you got to look at them, right? Because you lose Ja'Cory Brooks to Louisville, you lose Thayou Jones-Bell to the portal, you're losing Jermaine Burton to the NFL after the season. Yes, you bring back Isaiah Bond and Kobe Prentice and Kendrick Law. You have to wonder, do you hang on to Shaz Preston? Do you lose him to the portal? So when you got a guy like an Evan Stewart with this type of experience, it kind of behooves you to look at him. It kind of behooves you to pull him. It kind of behooves you to see what could we do to possibly get him. Now, I know there could be some pushback on that because you would have people say, well, Steven, if you get Evan Stewart, what does that say to guys that have worked their tails off? They've been in the program for 2 or 3 years, 1 to 2 years. You're just passing over those guys. And yes, you would have every right to say that. You would have every right to give that opinion. I'm just saying, when you have somebody in the portal with that type of experience playing in the SEC, you have to consider that. Guys, shout out Demetrius D. Maynard Sr. with a $100 donation. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Even with a late start, we've gone above and beyond the daily super chat goal. Proud of you, the Alabama football family, hanging with us tough here. And Maynard Sr. writes in, Kevin Riley, the next Trent Richardson, shifting explosive. I like that comparison. The next Trent Richardson. I had Kenyon Drake, but Demetrius D. Maynard Sr. going with bigger faith than me, saying the next Trent Richardson right there. Don Parker, Roll Tide, everyone. Appreciate you, Don, writing in right here. We got Run the Table Sports TV saying, Steve, yes, sir. Happy to be here, guys. Happy to be here. Yes, it's late. My apologies for that. But I've been running people. I'm talking about track speed, running people. So I had to be able to hop in here and give y'all this information on your Bama football. Carson Breland writes in, really hope Ryan Williams sticks. I think he stays. I mean, what could Auburn do really to flip him? Like, what could Auburn do really to flip Ryan Williams? I mean, Saban's already shown them in the blueprint. Look, man, we got Julio Jones that went first round, Amari Cooper that went first round, Calvin Ridley went first round, Jerry Jeudy went first round, Devontae Smith, Henry Ruggs, Jalen Waddle, Jamison Williams. Has 8 dudes. What more can you ask for? We have a blueprint. Bama has a blueprint of putting guys in the NFL draft. So what really could Hugh Freeze do to flip this man? I mean, I don't know. I mean, to me, when I see the names that Alabama has put in the NFL draft at that wide receiver position, I think it is very difficult for Hugh Freeze and Auburn to try to flip Ryan Williams there. Run the Table Sports TV writes in, Beeman! Jeremiah Beeman, that kid's a leader. I like that young man from Parker High School in the Birmingham area. When he gets on the field, it's going to be an excitement and a joy to watch that young man. Jay Clark writes in, I think our secondary will be young next year. Who do you see stepping up? I see Earl Little stepping up even more. I think Dez Ricks is going to step up. I think Trey Amos comes back. He'll step up. I think Jake Pope, hang on to that man. I think Jake Pope is going to step up. I look at Tony Mitchell as somebody that can very well step up. There's a couple of there's some names right there that I just routed off to you, Jay Clark, that I see stepping up. But a lot of these guys show the patience. Don't jump ship, but definitely show the patience. Christian Hughes writes in, Roll Tide Bama Nation coming in late tonight. Stephen M. doesn't matter. I'm locked in on the Bama standard. Hey, that's what's it. That's what's it, man. That's what's it. Happy to see all of you guys locked in here on the show. Run the Table Sports TV got Bubba Hampton. That is Aaron Hampton, who flipped from Texas to Alabama. So Nick Saban took one from Steve Sarkisian in flip season. So looking forward to see what Hampton does when he starts playing here for the Crimson Tide. He can give you a receiver. He can give you kickoff returner, punt returner. Love to see what he does. Kenny Heathcock writes in, I like Sterling Debo Dixon. That dude, like I said, when I watched him when Justin Smith first started to scout him and look at him, I saw young Tim Williams. The dreads, the frame, the size, the body build, the body structure. I saw young Timmy Williams when I first looked at Sterling Dixon. But he's been cross-trained inside linebacker, outside linebacker. We'll see what Kevin Steele and, of course, Robert Bala, Nick Saban have him playing in the future here. We go to Monica Petaway, who comes in. I'm excited about Jalen Mbakwe. The battle between him and Ryan Williams was awesome. Mbakwe's good. He's good. And the best thing, Monica, about him, he's going to have a chance to really, truly learn that cornerback position, right? Because at Clay Chalkville, he played everywhere. He played DB. He played receiver. He played quarterback. So he never got a chance to truly settle into one spot and hone his skills in that one spot. And that's why it's so critical that Alabama was able to stockpile its defensive back room for a guy like a Jalen Mbakwe. You don't have to come in and pop fast. You can take your time. You can take your time. You can grow. You can develop. Don Parker writes back in, happy about this recruiting class. I'm interested in seeing who develops and meets the standard. No matter how many stars you have, this isn't high school. This is Alabama. That's the key right there. It doesn't matter your star rating when you put your name on that nationally signed letter of intent, but stars no longer matter. Can you ball? And can you ball on the biggest stage of college football, that being the University of Alabama? And we will see. Run the Table Sports TV writes in, I'm on the West Coast. It's only 7:46 here. So Run the Table Sports TV, he's cool. He's cool. He does not mind the late start there. Sam writes in, Rico Scott is John Mechie reincarnated. Ooh, I like that. John Mechie was good. He was good. Now, I see your John Mechie saying, I raise you Ardarius Stewart. I mean, I see your John Mechie. I raise you Ardarius Stewart, maybe? We could see that. We could see that. Now, one thing about this, the reason why I'm so happy Alabama was able to get Rico Scott, Bama Nation, is the last wide receiver the Crimson Tide got from Pennsylvania, you got to go to Robert Foster, 2013. Bama got him from Monica, Pennsylvania. And Robert Foster, despite his 4.2 40 speed, battled injuries, had a hard time really getting to the field, despite him being a 5-star. So hopefully Rico Scott, coming from Pennsylvania, serves Alabama a bit better. So that's my hope. That's my hope right there. We got my man Whitwell Sports, Title Towel. Sterling's commitment video was fire. TDA should do more of those. We're working in that. We're working on that. We're working on that. We're getting that in the fray. We're trying to get more of that in the works here. Run the Table Sports TV writes back in, young Dre Kirkpatrick. Now, I'm going to say this. I mean, I was talking to Justin Smith about this, y'all. And I know for a lot of us, it kind of makes us feel old because we watched Dre Kirkpatrick Sr. come through this program in 2009 and what he did. And now his son is here. It's like, did Dre have that boy at 15 or 16? Like, what age was Dre when Junior was popped into this world here? But happy to have Junior in here. And he has a nose for the ball. He attacks the ball. He finds the football. Going to be fun to watch him grow, develop, get his strength, his conditioning, in order. So to have Dre Jr. in here, it's a blessing, man. It is a blessing to have Dre Jr. in here. But man, it's crazy how sometimes we look at, Dre Sr. came in here, and it's like man, now his son's here. Like his son's here. It's going to be very exciting to see what that young man becomes. But you guys continue to get your thoughts in here into the chat line. We're going to go to now topic number 2 of the conversation, and that basically being the job that Jillian Saying, 5-star quarterback signee now, has done for Alabama in bowl prep. And of course, he's one of several players that decided to come early to Tuscaloosa on campus for bowl prep, getting Alabama prepared for its college football playoff semifinal matchup with Michigan at the Rose Bowl on New Year's Day. And Jalen Milroe, redshirt sophomore quarterback for Alabama, got a chance to speak this week about Saying, and he said it, man, this dude spins the ball really well. Great dude, great personality, great work ethic, practices really hard. It's just good to have another brother in the quarterback room. And when you're already seeing the starting quarterback of your team be impressed by a 5-star freshman, that's something to look at. Because remember, when Tua Tagovailoa came in the 2017 class, I mean, early, people were saying this Tua cat is different. The way he throws is different. The way he processes information, different. The way he spins the ball, different. It's different here than with Tua. So here comes Jillian Saying, and you got Jalen Milroe talking the same kind of tone there when you look at the way Saying throws the football, the way he's going about practice, the way he's going about his work ethic and getting acclimated not just to the players around him, but the system, the coaching staff, the support staff. Everybody is really feeling what this young man from Carlsbad High School in California is doing here. And like I mentioned with Saying, the one thing I want to see from him is he fast? Like, is he explosive with the feet when he has to escape the pocket and run the football? He can create with his feet. He can extend plays with his arm. He has tremendous anticipation from that perspective. He does have the awareness from that perspective as well. It's just, for me, if he gets into some trouble in a situation where there's a blitz coming at him, there's somebody that's bearing on him, can he escape the pocket fast and pick up some plays there, pick up some yards there, make some things happen with his feet? If Saying can do that, it's going to be real fun watching this young dude in Tuscaloosa for years to come. Because you got to think, if he pops off in spring ball, that's going to push some guys to the transfer portal. I know we don't want to hit it, but if Jillian Saying pops off, that's going to push some guys there to the transfer portal. So, but I mean, he's already performing well in bowl prep. He's already catching the attention of Jalen Milroe, the coaching staff, the players around him. So it's just going to be fun to see, his growth and his development from now throughout the spring, going into summer workouts and fall camp and all that good stuff, man. So I'm excited to see what Jillian Saying can bring to the table. But jumping back here into more of your comments here, we got Don Parker right in. Because I lived in Germany for many years, I'm interested in the development of Justin Okonkwo. Will be a big adjustment, but he has the tools. Okonkwo is good. He is good, y'all. He is good. I really like him. I really like him. Now, of course, coming from overseas, that's going to be a transition for him. But Saban talked about it. If he was to have played in the U.S., he would be a 5-star, not a 3-star. So that just speaks to the physical tools that he has, the talent that he has, the potential that he has. This guy runs a verified, I think, between 4.37 and 4.40 time. The guy can move. The guy can flat move. So I really like what you can get here from Okonkwo. Sam writes in, Steven, can you explain why Ryan Williams decided not to sign in the early period? Sam, because he's still continuing his recruitment. He's still taking visits. because he reclassified to 2024, his recruitment is pushed up. So he has to take more visits. He has to visit more teams. And I still think he's locked in on the Crimson Tide. I think he doesn't go anywhere. I think he doesn't move anywhere. But because of the fact that he did reclassify and his recruitment got pushed up a bit, that's the reason why he did not sign early. He's taken a couple more of these official visits, but he is expected to sign in February with the Crimson Tide. So that's just the update there for Ryan Williams where that is concerned. Continuing here with your comments on the show. Whitwell Sports is saying, smash the like button. You know what time it is. Smash that like button. Get that like game up. Appreciate all of you guys helping us out here on the show. It's late, but I'm pumping you out the Alabama football content with the energy. Happy about that. Jonathan McMillan writes in, basketball tonight. Bama men's basketball is playing right now. So definitely keep your eyes there on Nate Oates and the men's basketball team that had Creighton. Had him. I don't understand why that shot did not go in. They had Creighton, but I'm just going to side shade away from that conversation. Sweet Home Bama 24. Jeremiah Willie Beeman, because he's steaming. Jeremiah Beeman is that dude. I mean, he is that dude. I'm excited to have him in this program. Deshaun and often writes in, Peyton Woodard is him. Watches a lot of film, plays fast, is underrated in this class. He should be a 5-star safety. I'm telling you, Peyton Woodard, the guy is an all-around safety, can play in the box, can play in the lower third, can cover, can hit, can dissect, can tackle, can communicate. He can do a lot. He can do a lot. So I'm really, really happy here with Peyton Woodard where this team is concerned. What about the kicker situation? That's Bama Hulk 74, the kicker situation. I'll say this. Bama signed the kicker in the 2023 class. That's Connor Talty. So that's the kicker. And then you also got Upton Belafont, who's still here as well. So you got Upton Belafont, who's a specialist. You got Connor Talty, who's a specialist. So that will handle the kicking situation right there between Belafont and Talty. So as much as it sort of pains us to see Will Reichert go after the incredible career he has had, they all got to go sometimes, folks. They all got to go on to pursue the next level of their career and the next level of their life. But you got Connor Talty and Upton Belafont. They're ready to go. They're prepared to go in terms of next year. So continue, guys, to get your thoughts in. Absolutely. Let's see. Xavier Beach writes in, are you going to be on the field on the first? I will actually not be at the Rose Bowl. I will not be at the Rose Bowl. I will actually, now, if Bama beats Michigan, then I will be at the national championship at NRG Stadium in Houston. So I'll be in Houston, Xavier, for the national championship. Should Bama take care of Michigan, which I feel like they will definitely do that. But in terms of the Rose Bowl, I will not be in Pasadena. So I'll be watching that from the television set right there. But, I mean, these guys have had a tremendous start here with practice as the bowl prep is kicked up. These guys are working hard. They're getting after each other. They're getting after it in terms of the game plan. They're fine-tuning things. They have studied they're studying the tendencies of Blake Corum, Michigan's running back, JJ McCarthy, Michigan's quarterback. So absolutely, they've been looking at tendencies since the matchup was first announced. Xavier Beach writes back in, cool. Let me pull this up here. He writes, now, cool. I can't wait if we win so I can see your broadcast from there. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see here. Sam writes in, Steve, who do you think the diamond in the rough is for this class? Ooh, that's a good question. The diamond in the rough for this class, I think it's Jay Lindsey, the tight end. I think he's the diamond in the rough. I mean, he physical blocker, not much of a pass catcher yet. Jay Lindsey is Robbie Oots. He's Robbie Oots. Robbie Oots, when he came in, he was kind of a diamond in the rough too. But he became an incredible blocker for this team. He's also starting to become very good pass catcher. I think the diamond in the rough is either going to be it's going to be Lindsey, the tight end, or it could be Joseph. It could be Justin Okonrokwo of a linebacker. He could be the diamond in the rough also. But that's a very good question. I did not think about that right there. Don Parker writes in, Steven, since you're not going to be at the Rose Bowl, can you do play-by-play for us? You know what? I will have to work that in with John Ivory. I'm gonna put a pin in that one. Put a pin in that one. Done. I will work that out with John Ivory. We may probably see if we can do a watch party for that game with me doing play-by-play from the watch party perspective. So we'll put a pin on that one and we'll circle that back to John Ivory. But appreciate that thought there, Don Parker. So Coach Smoke, my guy, Coach Smoke. What's up, Steven? Hey, Coach, I'm good, Smoke. I'm good, man. I'm fantastic. Bama hit all needs here in this class. Really a good class, a strong class. You got some playmakers. You got some offensive linemen, some defensive linemen. You got some defensive backs. Really like this group that Coach Saban has brought in. Absolutely. I think Okonrokwo could be really good. I think Okonrokwo could be really good. I think he can step in and do some stuff here for this program. And Don Parker writes back in with, don't sleep on the German kid. Don't sleep on Okonrokwo, the young man from Germany playing at linebacker. Sweet Home Bama 24 writes in, who is the Caleb Downs and Caden Proctor of this recruiting class start as a freshman? That's hard because I think this class is going to have to go through some development. I think if anybody in this class starts, it would have to be somebody that blows you away at that wide receiver position, or the fact that Isaiah Hastings hit the portal on the defensive line, and Quinn Barnes transferred to Colorado. You're losing Justin Boyd to the NFL. Does a Jeremiah Beeman step up as a freshman and do something? That's kind of the only two I'm looking at there. It could be a wide receiver that steps up as a freshman, maybe an Amari Jefferson, maybe a Rico Scott. Maybe a Ryan Williams once he gets in here. Maybe Aaron Hampton steps up in there. That's gonna be fun to watch, though. That's gonna be fun to watch because the guys coming in are gonna have to be developed here quite a bit. So we're gonna see here. Do we lose JC after this year? Xavier Beach writes that in. JC Latham is projected. He is projected to be a first-round pick after the season. He's projected to be a first-round pick. So I think J.C. Latham does go after this year, which is the reason why Elijah Pritchett pulled his name out of the portal, because he knows, now he knows, hey, J.C. Latham projected to be out after this year. You got a chance to start at right tackle next spring and really get some stuff done in there. So that's the reason why Elijah Pritchett pulled his name out, understanding, hey, J.C. Latham's going to be gone potentially after the season. I got a chance to slide in here at that right tackle spot and do something special. Sam writes in, it would be good. It would have to be Ryan Williams if he signs with Bama. If Ryan Williams be the one player as a freshman receiver, he signs with Bama, which he's expected to in February. He comes in the summer and he tears the roof off this puppy, it would have to be him that would start immediately. It would have to be Ryan Williams. If he comes in here in the summer, tears the roof off this puppy, it would have to be him to start in the summer. And so speaking of Ryan Williams, that takes us to our final topic here of conversation. Just a small little thing there on Williams. He didn't sign today, people, but don't panic. Ryan Williams didn't sign today, but do not panic. He's spoken to our own Justin Smith, the director of scouting and recruiting for TDA, and told Justin, I'm locked in on Alabama. I'm locked in here. Remember the 2023 class, Tony Mitchell of Thompson High School. He kept saying, I'm locked in on Bama. I'm locked in. I ain't going anywhere. Bama's all I need. I'm locked in right here. And yes, he took a visit to Texas A&M, and people started panicking. Oh, man, he's going to A&M. Tony Mitchell's going to A&M. Is Tony Mitchell going to flip? Is Bama going to lose Tony Mitchell? He's taking a visit to A&M. And we all told everybody, he's just enjoying his recruitment. Don't have this cause you to push the panic button. He's just enjoying his recruitment. And what happened? On early signing day last year, what did Tony Mitchell do? Signed his letter of intent for the Crimson Tide. Here we are here with Ryan Williams, who reclassified. He still should be playing high school ball. He's supposed to be coming out in 2025. Decides to reclassify for 2024. And with his star power, he's still a 5-star receiver despite that happening. So he's taking advantage of the recruitment. That's what he's doing. But still locked in on the Crimson Tide. This is not a time to panic. I think Ryan Williams, at the end of the day, in February, he's going to sign. He's going to sign with the University of Alabama. He's going to sign with this program. So for a lot of us that are looking at, well, he's taking a visit to Auburn, he's taking a visit here, and he's taking a visit there, we have to always remember these are young men about to make one of the biggest decisions in their life, and they want to make sure they look at everything before they make that decision. Now, some people, they'll say, I don't want to take no more visits. I found my dream school. I know where I want to go to. Sign, seal, deliver, put my John Hancock right there on the paper. You got some that are like that. But you have others that want to feel out the entire recruitment process. So that's what Ryan Williams is doing. He's filling out that process. I don't think he flips. I don't see him flipping anywhere. I think he signs in February with the Crimson Tide. But folks, even on a late start, you hung with us. You stayed with us. And by us, I mean me. And I appreciate every last one of you. Check it out. In my own words, late from the home location here in Tuscaloosa, you donating, your comments, your energy, your passion. I appreciate all of that from all of you. We will be back from the studio location on Friday. We'll be back, studio location on Friday, taking your phone calls. We will be back then. But as always, folks, you want the best in news, notes, coverage, information. You know what to do. For Bama football, you get the Touchdown Alabama magazine app. You access that right now. You can download that from the iPhone App Store if you're rocking Team Apple, Google Play Store if you got the Android phone. For your audio needs, you check us out, iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn Radio, Overcast.fm, or iHeartRadio. We got you covered right there. Be back on Friday, live in studio with your Bama football coverage. Until next time, folks, husbands love your wives. Wives appreciate, value those husbands. Children continue doing the right thing, fun thing, good thing, legitimate thing, to not be bored, because you want those Christmas gifts coming up soon here. Be sure to get those 3 hearty meals a day, those 3 great laughs a day. You protect yourself, you protect the loved ones around you. Until next time, folks, I'm your man, Stephen M. Smith. I appreciate every last one of you guys. You guys take care. See you Friday.